ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter number 24, text number 1. Before that, we will read summary of this chapter. It is known as subterranean heavenly planets. This chapter describes the Rahu planet, which is 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles below the sun. And it also describes Atala and the other lower planetary systems. Rahu is situated below the sun and moon. It is between these two planets and the earth. When Rahu conceals the sun and moon, eclipses occur, either total or partial, depending on whether Rahu moves in a straight or curving way. Below Rahu by another 10,000 yojanas are the planets of the Siddhas, Caranas and Vidyadharas, and below these are planets such as Yaksaloka and Raksaloka. Below these planets is the earth, and 70,000 yojanas below the earth are the lower planetary systems: Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala and Patala. Demons and Raksasas live in these lower planetary systems with their wives and children, always engaged in sense gratification and not fearing their next birth. The sunshine does not reach these planets, but they are illuminated by jewels fixed upon the hoods of snakes. Because of these shining gems, there is practically no darkness. Those living in these planets do not become old or diseased, and they are not afraid of death from any cause but the time factor, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the planet Atala, the yawning of a demon has produced three kinds of women called Swairini, independent, Kamini, lust, and Pumstali, very easily subdued by men. Below Atala is the planet Vitala, wherein Lord Shiva and his wife Gauri reside. Because of their presence, a kind of gold is produced called Hataka. Below Vitala is the planet Sutala and the abode of Bali Maharaja, the most fortunate king. Bali Maharaja was favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vamanadeva, because of his intense devotional service. The Lord went to the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaja and begged him for 3 pieces of land, and on this plea the Lord took from him all his possessions. When Bali Maharaja agreed to all this, the Lord was very pleased, and therefore the Lord serves as his doorkeeper. The description of Bali Maharaja appears in the 8th canto of Srimad-Bhagavatam. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead offers a devotee material happiness, this is not his real favor. The demigods, who are very puffed up by their material opulence, pray to the Lord only for material happiness, not knowing anything better. Devotees like Prahalad Maharaja, however, do not want material happiness. Not to speak of material happiness, they do not want even liberation from material bondage. Although one can achieve this liberation simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, even with improper pronunciation. Below Sutala is the planet Talatala, the abode of the demon Maya. This demon is always materially happy because he is favored by Lord Shiva, but he cannot achieve spiritual happiness at any time. Below Talatala is the planet Mahatala, where there are many snakes with hundreds and thousands of hoods. Below Mahatala is Rasatala, and below that is Patala, where the serpent Vasuki lives with his associates. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmritam Tasmai Shri Guru Shri Sukha Babacha Adasthat Savitur Yojanayute Svarbhanur Nakshatravaccharatiti Ekoso Amaratvam Grahatvam Chalabhata Bhagavat Anukampaya Swayam Asurapasadaha Saimhikeyo hi atat arhastad tasyatat janma karmane choparishtad Vakshyamaha. Translation by Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, "My dear king, some historians, the speakers of the Puranas, say that 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles below the sun is the planet known as Rahu, which moves like one of the stars. The presiding deity of that planet, who is the son of Simhika, is the most abominable of all asuras. But although he is completely unfit to assume the position of a demigod or planetary deity, he has achieved that position by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Later I shall speak further about him." Text number 2. Yad adas taranir mandalam pratapasas tat vistarato yojanayutam achakshate dvadasha sahasram somasya trayodasha sahasram राहोर्यः पर्वाणि तत् व्यवधानकृत वैरानुबन्धः सूर्यचन्द्रमासौ अभिधावति. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The sun globe, which is a source of heat, extends for 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles. The moon extends for 20,000 yojanas, 160,000 miles. And Rahu extends for 30,000 yojanas, 240,000 miles. Formerly, when nectar was being distributed, Rahu tried to create dissension between the sun and moon by interposing himself between them. Rahu is inimical toward both sun and moon, and therefore he always tries to cover the sunshine and moonshine on the dark moon day and full moon night. Purport. As stated herein, the sun extends for 10,000 yojanas and the moon extends for twice that, or 20,000 yojanas. The word Dvadasha should be understood to mean twice as much as 10 or 20. In the opinion of Vidyadharas, this extent of Rahu should be twice that of the moon, or 40,000 yojanas. However, to reconcile this apparent contradiction to the text of the Bhagavatam, Vidyadharas cites the following quotation concerning Rahu. Rahu Soma Ravi Nam Tu Mandala Dvi Gunotitam. This means that Rahu is twice as large as the moon, which is twice as large as the sun. This is the conclusion of the commentator Vidyadharas. Text number 3. Tan Nisham Yo Bhayatrapi Bhagavata Rakshanaya Prayuktam Sudarshanam Nama Bhagavatam Dhayitam Astram Tat Tejasa Durvishaham Muhu Parivartamanam Abhyavastito Muhurtam Udvijamanas Chakita Hridaya Aradeva Nivartate Tat Uparagam Titi Vandanti Vadanti Lokaha. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. After hearing from the sun and moon demigods about Rahu's attack, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, engages his disc known as the Sudarshana Chakra to protect them. The Sudarshana Chakra is the Lord's most beloved devotee and is favored by the Lord. The intense heat of its effulgence, meant for killing the Vaishnavas, is unbearable to Rahu, and he therefore flees in fear of it. During the time Rahu disturbs the sun or moon, there occurs what people commonly known as an eclipse. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu is always the protector of his devotees, who are also known as demigods. The controlling demigods are most obedient to Lord Vishnu, although they also want material sense enjoyment, and that is why they are called demigods, or almost godly. Although Rahu attempts to attack both the sun and the moon, they are protected by Lord Vishnu. Being very afraid of Lord Vishnu Chakra, Rahu cannot stay in front of the sun or moon for more than a muhurta, 48 minutes. The phenomenon that occurs when Rahu blocks the light of the sun or moon is called an eclipse. The attempt of the scientists of this earth to go to the moon is as demoniac as Rahu's attack. Of course, their attempts will be failures because no one can enter the moon or sun so easily, like the attack of Rahu, such attempts will certainly be failures. Tato dastat siddhacharana vidyadharanam sadanani tavan matra eva. Translation purport by His Divine. This is Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: below Rahu by 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles, are the planets known as Siddhaloka, Charanaloka and Vidyadharaloka. It is said that the residents of Siddhaloka, being naturally endowed with the powers of yogis, can go from one planet to another by their natural mystic powers without using airplanes or similar machines. Text number 5. Tato dastat yaksharakshaha pishacha preta bhuta gananam viharajiram antariksham yavat vayuhu pravati yavan mega upalabhyante. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Beneath Vidyadharaloka, Charanaloka and Siddhaloka, in the sky called Antariksha, are the places of enjoyment for the Yakshas, Raksasas, Pishachas, ghosts and so on. Antariksha extends as far as the wind blows and the clouds float in the sky. Above this there is no more air. Below the abodes of the Yakshas and Raksasas by a distance of 100 yojanas, 800 miles, is the planet Earth. Its upper limits extends as high as swans, hawks, eagles and similar large birds can fly. Text number 7. Upavarnitam bhumeryatha sanniveshavastana avanerapi adastat sapta bhu vivara ekaikasho yojanayutan tarenayam vistarenopakklipta atalam vitalam Sutalam Talatala Mahatala Rasatala and Patala. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear king, beneath this earth are 7 other planets known as Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala and Patala. I have already explained the situation of the planetary systems of Earth. The width and length of the 7 lower planetary systems are calculated to be exactly the same as those of Earth. So we will try to understand these points mentioned in this chapter. So from it, everything starts from sun. Okay. So if we take from sun, planet sun, below the sun planet by 80,000 miles is a planet known as Rahu. So it is also like it's any other planet. It is also moving. So the presiding deity of that planet is Rahu. So is a very abominable asura. Is considered to be very abominable of all asuras. So is a great demon, great asura. So he became the demigod because of the blessings of Lord Vishnu. When Lord Vishnu was giving nectar to the demigods and they was distributing nectar. So for the demigods, the demons they are not given the nectar. Actually, on account of the curse of the guru of Indra loses all his opulences, and so the curse, whenever a guru curses, we lose everything. So on account of curse of guru, Indra lost everything, and then they'll make a compromise with the demons, and then they'll churn the milk ocean, and then they will get many things. Among that is this nectar. So nectar is being distributed equally, but a nectar was being taken by a demon. So Lord Vishnu came as a Mohini, a beautiful woman, and she wanted to distribute the nectar. So the demons, they agreed for this, and demigods also agreed. So Lord Vishnu always favors the religious demigods, those who follow religious. Lord Vishnu always favors those who follow dharma, the religion, the law. Those who follow law, only God Vishnu favors such people. So these demons, they do not follow any law. So God Vishnu does not favor them. So here, so Lord Vishnu gives nectar to demigods. So Rahu comes to know of this, of Lord Vishnu's activities, and immediately he will come and he will sit in between sun and moon, and he will get the nectar. So this Rahu will drink the nectar, but sun god and moon god, they comes to know of the position of this Rahu. They comes to know of this Rahu, and immediately they will complain to Lord Vishnu that there is a demon has entered our place. So Vishnu will immediately invoke his Sudarshana chakra and cut down the head of Rahu. So because he has drunk, he has already he has drunk the nectar. So nectar is not gone below the neck. It is still staying in his mouth. So he become immortal, and since his head is cut off, so head only has remained immortal, whereas the body, there is no body for Rahu. Only head has become immortal, whereas body has decayed. So since he has become immortal, Lord Vishnu has awarded him a position of a planetary deity, that is called Rahu planet. So Rahu always attacks sun and moon god. Since he was attacked, he has permanent animosity, permanent enmity with sun and moon, because of them he lost his life. So, and he doesn't have any body. So because of this, Rahu always attacks the sun god and moon god. He wants to swallow sun god and moon god, because Rahu is considered to be a very big planet. 240,000 miles is the dimension of Rahu. No, it's a big planet. It's bigger than sun. Is 3 times bigger than sun. Is 2 times bigger than moon. So it's bigger than moon, bigger than sun. So it covers sun and moon. So that is why we call it as eclipse. So because of Rahu planet, there comes solar eclipse or lunar eclipse, because of this Rahu planet, which is a very huge planet. It is a dark planet, it is a shadow planet, it is a dark planet. It is but it cannot stay more, because Lord Vishnu engages Sudarshana chakra. Is very extreme heat. Rahu's extreme heat is unbearable to Rahu. So immediately he leaves and he runs away. So he cannot stay more than a muhurta, that is 48 minutes. He only attacks the sun and moon god for 48 minutes. So below Rahu by 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles, are the planets known as Siddhaloka, Charanaloka and Vidyadharas. So below Rahu, 10,000 yojanas or 80,000 miles are the planets, the Siddhaloka, Charanaloka, Vidyadharas. They are all highly powerful demigods, but they are lower than the other Dikpalakas, Ashtadikpalakas like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera. So they are all very Ashtadikpalakas, very powerful living demigods. Below them are these living entities. This Vidyadhara, Siddha, Charana, Vidyadhara. So they are lesser stronger or lesser powerful demigods, lesser than these Ashtadikpalakas by strength, by hierarchy of power. And beneath the Vidyadhara Loka, Charana Loka and Siddhaloka in the sky called Antariksha are the places of enjoyment for the Yakshas, Raksasas, Pishachas, ghosts and so on. Antariksha extends as far as the wind blows and the clouds float in the sky. Above this there is no more air. So beneath the Vidyadhara Loka, Charana Loka, Siddhaloka in the sky called Antariksha, so outer space, these are the places where the Yakshas, Raksasas, Pishachas and ghosts they enjoy. So these living entities are very subtle living entities. Ghost, Pishachas, they are very subtle living entities. So they have mind, intelligence, ego, but they do not have proper physical shape. So they are highly intelligent, highly intellectuals. So they influence human beings and they enjoy through the human beings. So this is we have nowadays so many stories we are hearing. Attack of ghost, attack of so they capture some living entity and they enjoy through that living entity. So because they are very highly intelligent people, the Raksasas are intelligent people. They don't have any gross physical form. They are having a subtle body. So they attack the human beings, they occupy the body of human beings and they want to enjoy. So we all see so many living entities and so many people in the earth planet. Overnight they become very powerful, influential because they are worshipping these type of living entities or they are being possessed by these type of living entities. So sometimes we see some human beings becomes extremely powerful and he does extremely wonderful activities and he also does extremely cruel activities, criminal activities because these is possessed by these ghost extras. Maybe he is possessed by such living entities. So that's why he is performing such wonderful activities. So some cruel activities or wonderful magical activities he performs because of the influence of this power. These extra Raksasas are very powerful in that sense. So they are able to perform wonderful magic. So nowadays we are having all kinds of this TV, cinema, CTV and this computer. These are all magical things. So we can say these are all the power of extra Raksasas, the power of these subtle living entities. We can say by the influence of these living entities we are able to perform all these wonderful things in earth. Nowadays we are actually making so many wonderful things like computer and so many satellites, space satellites, computer, so many mobiles, telecommunication. We have become very powerful with respect to communication. So wonderful, big, gigantic, so many things we are doing. So we can attribute all this power to these living entities, Yaksha, Raksasas, Pishacha, ghost. So below the abodes of the Yakshas and Raksasas by a distance of 100 yojanas, 800 miles is the planet Earth. So we are very closely situated to the Yaksha Raksasas. They are actually our neighbors. Yaksha Raksasas, they are actually our neighbors. So they are easily attack Earth. They actually attack Earth because we are very close to them. And they are very subtle living entities. They move very fast. They don't have any gross forms. They move. They influence the human beings through their thoughts, through their intelligence. They influence the human beings through their thoughts, mind. They influence us through mind, intelligence, through ego. They influence our mind, influence our intelligence. Through that they want to enjoy. So whatever successful things, successful personalities we are seeing in present days, we can attribute their success is, the secret of their success is these kinds of living entities. Because on account of the strength of these kinds of living entities, the modern advanced, the modern successful people are successful because of the strength of these type of living entities. And because normally we see they are atheistic people, they don't believe in God. Nowadays all celebrities or so many famous personalities, they don't behave in a proper religious way. They do all kinds of irreligious things, they speak all kinds of irreligious act they do, but they are very famous, but they are actually very mischievous people. All kinds of irreligious things they do. They are not followers of any religion or any dharma. They are not pious people, but they are very irreligious people, impious people, but still they are very famous, popular, name, they have a lot of popularity, name, fame, so everything they have. So because they are not, if they are not getting the power from Vishnu or God, from where from they are getting, they must be getting power from some other living entity. So we can attribute them to these kinds of living entities. Of course there are certain people, they are worshipping God, so we can say those who worship demigods, they will go to there. So as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, those who worship demigods, they go there. Those who worship ghost spirits, they go there. Those who worship Lord Vishnu, they go there. So this is already said in Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, we can say nowadays people are not worshipping, people are not interested in worshipping Lord Vishnu. There are so many temples are vacant, so many temples are not being properly maintained, so many brahmanas have left the taking care of temples, taking care of this thing there. So many brahmanas are not there taking care of. People are not interested in worshipping temples, and they are not even ready to get married to a person who is doing temple worship, which means they are actually being possessed by this Rakshasa ghost, so they are being influenced by these kinds of people. When you associate with the religious, pious, so guru, sadhu, shastra, we are being influenced by the demigods, we are being influenced by Lord Krishna and Krishna's devotees, and when we worship Lord Krishna, we are being supported by Lord Krishna, Krishna's associates and the demigods. We are helped by these people. When we are not worshipping Lord Vishnu, Lord or his devotees, then we will be worshipping, they will be worshipping this either they will be worshipping the forefathers, or they will be worshipping these ghost spirits, Raksasas, because they are powerful than human beings. These Raksasas, Bhuta Preta Prishasas, are powerful than human beings. So human beings have the nature of worshipping somebody who is powerful than him. So they either they worship a politician, or they worship a film stars, or the sports star, or somebody who is powerful, influential. They always worship somebody who is higher. So what happens here? Human beings, they are not religious. They are not interested in religion. They are not interested in God. They are not interested. So they takes to some other forms of worship. So they worship film star, sports star, or so many. So as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitru vrataha bhutani yanti bhuteja madhyajano yanti mamapi, which means those who worship demigods will go there. Those who worship forefathers, they go there. They go to the planets where they live. So those who worship Yaksha, Rakshasa, Bhuta, Preta, Prishad, so they go there. So nowadays people are not interested in worshipping the demigods, or they are not interested in worshipping Lord Vishnu. So they are worshipping these kinds of living entities. So because of these the living entities, so many things are happening in this world. So we are seeing so many abortions, so many wars, and so many irreligious activities, criminal activities, murder, dacoity, child abuse, abusing women, and stealing, all kinds of burglary, all kinds of criminal activities have increased because they are being influenced by these Raksasas, ghost, antariksha. Because of the influence of these kinds of mischievous or subtle entities, because of these subtle entities, there are so much increase in the criminal activities, especially abortion, so many abusing women, abusing children, abusing old men. So many people are committing suicide. So many things are happening because they are being influenced by these type of living entities. They are evil spirits. You can say they are sinful spirits. So when you are being influenced by pious spirits, pure spirits, pious spirit, the pure spirits, that is called demigods or Lord Vishnu, is a supreme powerful person. If you are influenced by Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, or his demigod or his devotees, then we can live happily in this life. But when we are influenced by these evil spirits, we suffer a lot, because these evil spirits, they do all kinds of evil activities, all kinds of irreligious activities. They will engage you, they will control your mind, they will control your intelligence, and they will engage you in their evil activities. So when you are influenced by the demigods, the devotees of Lord Vishnu, they will engage you in some religious activities. So it is always better to stay with the Vaishnavas. It is always better to stay with the Vishnu's devotee. We should always stay within the association of devotees of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. By this we are saved, we are protected, because we will be doing some religious activities because of the influence of these pure spirits, good spirits. When we are influenced by evil spirits, we do all kinds of criminal activities, all kinds of this child abuse, women abuse, abusing the old men, all kinds of criminal activities. So why there are so many criminal activities has increased in the world? Because the human beings are being influenced by the evil spirits, the Satans, the Yaksalokas, and all the evil spirits are influencing human beings. So because of their influencing human beings through their mind, through their intelligence, so the human beings are performing various criminal activities. They are stealing, they are lying, they are gambling, they are intoxication, illicit sex, meat eating, women abusing, all kinds of lusty activities, all kinds of greedy activities, all kinds of angry. People are becoming lusty, angry, greedy, selfish, jealous. All kinds of things are acts because they are being they are being influenced by these evil spirits. So we should not take shelter of the evil spirits. We should take shelter of the Supreme Spirit, Lord Krishna, and his devotees. If we take shelter of the Supreme Lord Krishna and his devotees, then we are safe. We can be happy. If we neglect worshipping Lord Krishna or worshipping devotees of Lord Krishna, and we will be possessed by these evil spirits. Evil spirits will control our mind, control our intelligence, and then they will do their nefarious, they will do their criminal activities through us. So we should always increase the worship of the temple worship should increase. The temple worship should increase and temples should be maintained. In the past, many kings have built a lot of temples, and in that way they safeguarded these people. In that way they themselves safeguarded and they safeguarded others. So we should increase the deity worship. We should increase the worship of Lord Vishnu by engaging in Sravanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedam, By the nine process of devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtana, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanevedana. By these nine process of devotional services, we should worship Lord Vishnu. We should engage in the service of Lord Vishnu by hearing about him, by speaking about him, by worshipping him. So we should do all these activities. In that way, we can be safeguarded ourselves from the influence of evil spirits. So we can be influenced by the pious spirits. So this pious impulse is always existing in this world. So better to remain always in the influence of Vaishnavas. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If you want to know more details how to be protected from evil spirit, how to remain under shelter of pious spirits, how to remain under shelter of Lord Krishna and his devotees, you can contact us through 9611243737, 9611243737.